What's up guys, Celestial here again, bringing you another 100% achievement guide. This time it's for Figment. I actually saw that the second Figment was on Gamepass a few months ago and didn't get around to playing it, so it's good that the first one's out because now I'm going to do the first one and the second one as guides. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to seeing them. So basically it's just a puzzle action type game. Pretty simple for the most part. There is a couple tricky bits for getting the memories, and there is one bugged achievement by the looks of it. Funnily enough, it is for squashing bugs, or arachnids. But basically, there's one achievement that I didn't get in this run because it bugged out for me. It doesn't seem to bug out for everyone, but just in case. So you might end up having this game at 985, which is really annoying for me because I am stuck at 985 until the developers get around to fixing the achievement. So I will explain that when we get to it, but just follow along with the guide. If there's any tricky parts, I'll jump in, and if there's certain bits that require a bit more explanation, I'll jump in as well. You also can't skip cutscenes in this game, which makes it annoying to play through. So the one that actually bugged out, I played to that same part about 3 or 4 times to try and get the achievement, still didn't unlock. But like I said, I'll explain that when we get there.
Wake up! Come on, you lazy bum! Wake up!
Oh, you? Go away. I'm sleeping.
Not anymore, you ain't.
You're right. There are fears to fight and a hero never sleeps. Oh, right. Let me guess. No fears to face? As always. Go home, bird.
So we start off and we just need to get ice for a drink. This is a pretty simple puzzle area. So all you do is go grab the battery and then put it next to the ice machine, grab the ice and go back.
I'm not even getting a nice to see you, or how have you been? It's been forever! You know, I have something important to tell you, buddy.
Unless it's about the ice machine, I'm not interested. Also, I'm not your buddy anymore. Leave me alone. The ice machine is missing a synapse battery. The ice machine is missing a synapse battery. There we go. Nice. Let's get it back to my rocking chair and I'm good.
You do remember I'm called Piper, right?
Whatever, turkey tit. Now for a... Wait, where's my drink now? Pretty sure... My scrapbook. Where did it go?
You lost it, friend.
What? Leave my scrapbook alone!
It's mine now. So loosen up.
Give that back! That book is mine!
Eventually, we all lose everything.
That's what I was trying to say! Something's totally messed up in the mind! We need you back, Dusty!
Screw the mind. I need my photos back.
For you, my friend. Dark, devouring despair. Served ice cold.
Whoa! I'm stuck! Nightmare creatures. If I hadn't thrown away my sword...
It must be around here somewhere. More of these twirlers. Bye.
Don't care. Need to get through it.
Look! The mine's reward system just released a bunch of endorphins.
Endorphins. Nice.
Keep collecting those and you'll be your former self in no time.
I can't go up that way. The elevator is missing a part.
So now we have our sword, it's time for a little bit of combat. So there's actually a couple achievements linked to this weapon. So there's one for killing 2 enemies with a spin attack, and one for hitting 3 enemies with a spin attack. So you can do it at the starting area, not this part here, but a little bit further on there's 3 tentacles. But it's a pain in the butt to do here, so the best thing to do is just wait until later when you're in the spider level, and you can get it there pretty easily. And after we faff around killing this thing, we're going to start coming up to one of the achievements in the game, which is related to knocking on doors. So you want to knock on every door you see, and there's certain areas that require you to do it for that area, and then you'll get an achievement. I believe there's 3 achievements linked to knocking on doors. So one for this area and the Cerebrum area, which is the same kind of achievement together. And then the other 2 sections each have their own achievement as well. So knock on the door, and then just continue on with the puzzles. So there is a couple times that they didn't actually say anything when I knocked on the door, so I just made sure to double check, so I tapped on it again. Also, I'm an idiot and didn't pick up the disc. So when you do this, you want to make sure you pick up the disc before you come back down. This is going to be a main theme when you're doing this game. The discs that you actually put on the lifts, you can move around as well as the batteries. So there is a couple instances where I actually mess up and don't pick it up myself, but I edit in the fact I've picked it up. So when we get to those parts, I'll let you guys know as well. So hopefully this guide isn't too hard to follow along with. So I'm just checking the achievements here just to see kind of how things have worked. That's what I love about the Xbox, the tracking feature. It's a bit of a shame that the PlayStation doesn't have that, because I've had people still respond to my Arkham City video from years and years ago. And the tracking feature really helps people on that, because you can actually see how the jumps are done. But yeah, this game was actually really fun. I wasn't expecting it to be as fun as it was. So here's the second door. Make sure we knock on this one.
No one's home.
And there is a memory around this area, but we're going to get that as we come to it. So we don't need to go down here. We just go back up. And we touch the switch, so we want to make sure we make a bridge for ourselves over to the other side. So press it, and then press it one more time. I'm like waiting for the bridge to come here, which it doesn't. So do that, then go across to the next side. There should be some enemies that pop up. Yep, so just kill them. This is where I was trying to do the hit both of them at once, but I believe the tentacles are like the same object, so it doesn't really count. Because I've tried to do it on these multiple times, and they don't slam down quick enough. Or when they do, for some reason, it still doesn't work. Because in this next area, there is actually going to be 3 tentacles, and I tried to get the one for hitting 3 there. Didn't work either. Tried it for about half an hour, didn't work. But there's a lot easier ways to get it, like I said, in the spider area. So just kill all these. So as you can see, when you hit one, it hurts the other one. So they're kind of linked enemies. So we're going to move the bridge up. Press it again to grab the battery. And then once we've grabbed the battery, we're going to run all the way back down after we press the switch to make the bridge on the bottom. I need to press it again. And run down here, grab the battery. Just get yourself a little bit more health if you need it. Put the battery in here. And then we make a little bridge. I wonder if the second one's as fun as this. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to press this. This enables us to move this little platform. And we're going to run down to the section that I said we didn't need to run down to earlier. So pick up the battery, go back up to the switch, press it twice so it makes the bridge go in the middle, and then go across, and then just wait for the bridge to come down.
Certainly not.
Not the bridge, the platform, sorry. There's a lot of bridges and platforms in this game. So yeah, down here. And then we just need to wait for the little pencil bridge / platform to appear. Also, some of these platforms can be a nightmare to get on later on in the game, like the teeth platforms. I actually got stuck inside one of the platforms somehow and managed to get out. But yeah, very, very janky in certain areas, especially with the fact that it's locked me out of getting one of the achievements. So this is the very first memory. We're going to find a lot of these during our playthrough, but I will direct you guys to every single one of them. So we're going to head up this way, and this is going to be the first bit with the 3 tentacles, and we're just going to kill them, because don't waste your time trying to get the achievement here. You'll see a couple jump cuts in this guide just because of those reasons. So I was trying to figure out if it's easier to get the achievements here or there, but just kill these guys and then move on to the next area.
Have you lost your breath?
I'm saving my step for kicking your butt.
Throw up your hands in sadness and lose yourself in the madness. Dance! Your struggle is pointless, friend. Everything is.
Onwards to save the mine.
Ah.
Cerebrum City. Remember this place, Dusty?
I'm not here for a trip down memory lane, Bird. I'm here to find that thief.
Right, and now we're in Cerebrum City, so we're going to knock on every single door here, and we're going to get our other achievement. While we chase this guy.
Get up there and catch him.
So knock on every single door you see.
We have to be reasonable here. Mayor Relic will know what to do.
And that's 2,
My nerves, nightmares everywhere. Help us all.
3,
Get the nightmare, dudes. It's just putty.
4,
Laughter is always the best medicine.
5. Seems like some of these people are going a bit crazy. 6,
I feel so bad for everyone. The mine, the night.
7,
Everyone deserves love.
I'm not lowering myself to do anything about such things as nightmares. That's below me.
8.
When the mind was young, everything.
You're not going to miss these doors because this is in the main area that you come back to a couple times, but just make sure to get it done now so it's out of the way. That's door number 9, then we're going to go up here and we're going to go over the other side.
It would make such beautiful fires.
But yeah, like I said, this game is really fun. I wasn't expecting it to be as fun as it is, especially with some of the banger music tracks that the bosses sing. So it's 10, 11, 12. And then that's all the doors in this area. And obviously the first 2 in the first area. And achievement unlocks. There you go. Some of the achievements are a little bit slow in this, and also the fact that that achievement is bugged in the spider area really annoyed me. Because I was like, oh, I've got all the achievements, got to the end of the game, 985, and I was like, oh, why? Why did it have to be me? It's always me. Every time an achievement bugs, it's always me. But anyway, watch this cutscene, and then we're going to continue on to the next puzzle area.
The gate. It looks so strange. Mayor Relic!
Piper, you brought back something old and musty. Your presence brings me joy, old Dusty. Mayor, what the heck happened here? Trauma in the conscious mind. The nightmares have come unconfined. They've seized our lands without remorse. We hide in fear behind closed doors.
That's why the mayor sent me to find you.
So a few nightmares escaped the gate and you're scared, huh? I'm not your guard anymore, Mayor. I'm only here to beat that thief and get my stuff back. You have been unneeded for long, my friend, but the mind now needs your aid again.
Yeah.
Needs my aid? The mind stopped challenging itself. I've been forgotten. I cannot blame you for feeling so rotten.
So, do you know why the gate acts strange? We can't go through.
Too much fear came through the gate and left it in an altered state. Enough gibberish. How do we fix it so I can get my scrapbook back? If you must the gate traverse, the flow again must be reversed. Defeating a nightmare, I'll confess, should put an end to all this mess. So beating up a single loose nightmare could reverse the gate? Okay, Mayor, where do I find one? A gangly coffer slinkered by and disappeared into Freedom Isles. Creative thoughts now drown in gas. This seedling here should clear your path.
So once he's done chatting, grab the seedling, and then we're going to run back down to the right. So all the way down here, and then to the right hand side. Don't worry, you can't go to one area over the other. You need to do one at a time. So it won't let you go to the left until you've done this area first. So go all the way down to the right, over here, and pop in the seedling. And keep your eyes open for doors in this next area, because this is another area that has doors that we need to knock on. So just continue. This is also a part where I'll let you guys know to pick up something that I didn't pick up on the way back, because otherwise it will cost a lot of time, and it's very annoying.
Isn't it great to be back in the creative part of the mind?
Right, so like I said, guys, keep an eye out for doors. So here's door number 1. And we're just going to continue up.
I guess no one lives in there.
Like I said, I always made sure to knock twice just in case on certain doors if they didn't say anything. At the time, I didn't know any of these achievements were bugged, but it's just a habit. If something doesn't happen, I just make sure to do it twice. But I absolutely hate bugged achievements, especially in a game like this where there's no chapter select. So once the fix is done for the achievement, I'm going to have to run through to the second part of the game again and see if it actually works for me. I've tried everything. I've literally uninstalled the game, played it through 3 times, deleted the save data completely, tried playing it on the PC version, nothing. Doesn't work for me. So hopefully, like I said, this achievement doesn't bug for you. It's not in this area, it's in the following area with the spiders. But yeah, so you want to make sure you make him throw his goop on this flower here just to melt it, so you can actually get access to the valve handle. Just like that. And then you can either jump into it and get hurt or just wait. And then we're going to turn the windmill around so we can blow the corruption away. I'll just call it corruption. They call it farts or something, I think. So don't rotate it too much. The handles are weird in this game. So when you turn the handle, sometimes you want to hold it, and other times you just want to press it. For these, I would hold it down and just watch as the windmill turns and just release it when you see it turn into the right direction. So then we're going to go across here. And we can't turn this one because it's not got a battery in it. So just make sure to heal yourself if you're a bit hurt. And then down here,
What the?
there should be a rat. So there's an achievement for killing all the rats in this level. I didn't have this one bug on me, thank God. I don't think this one bugs, but the only one that I've seen that has an issue is the spider one. But just kill that rat and then just continue down the way.
There goes me bloody power! Oi, mate, I would put the kettle on, but my house is out of power!
You might actually be able to do this memory in one go. I took the battery out of that guy's house and then knocked on the door. I think if you knock on the door first, you might get the memory, because I come back here later to figure out and get the memory out of his house. But just grab the battery, put it in this windmill, and then run up here.
The mind is completely clouded by all this filthy gas.
And then we're going to continue up. We can't grab the battery again because otherwise the windmill will stop and we won't be able to progress. So just go up the way. There'll be another rat or two. I did actually try to get the spin the 2 at once achievement here, but like I said, it's a lot easier to try and do this later. I actually get the 2 in 1 achievement in this area, I believe, but further on. I might be totally lying in that case, but I'm sure I get it somewhere. I get it before the spiders, so I probably get it with these rats or another set of rats. Because basically you just have to hold down the charge button until both of them are together and then you hit them both. But it gets very annoying when they're miles apart like that. So I tried there, I failed, so just kill the rats and continue on as normal. Yeah, so you have the green battery, so put the green battery in here. And that will blow that way because there's no handle, so you can't turn it. And then we're going to turn the blue windmill and position that to the right hand side. Anytime now.
No way.
I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I'm trying to figure out how the game works. Because obviously I just started playing it, so I was like, what is going on? Like, what's the best practice here? But yeah, turn that around, and this will allow us to go get the handle off that tree that you see there.
Holy molar! Teeth are falling out of the sky!
I thought I overcame the fear of dentists a long time ago.
You can actually roll through a lot of this stuff because you have invincibility frames, basically. So when you see things like that, just power through and just roll. At this point I was still figuring out how the game works, but you can just roll through most things. So then we're going to put the handle in here and we're going to turn this around. And then this is a little puzzle house. So with this I've put the actual solution in the top right. So basically when it says breh, you want to click on the left door, and when it says bruh, you want to click on the right door. So it says breh, so you go to the left door. Bruh, so you go to the right door. Sometimes you might get really lucky and you just click on one door and then it goes bruh, 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 or breh, breh, breh. I think I get that here. And it's a lot easier. But yeah, so breh is left, bruh is right. And there you go, I got 3 brehs in a row, so that unlocks the other memory that we need. Some of the puzzles in this game are very strange. There is some that just outright are weird and zany, and others are just straightforward and putting batteries into holes and things like that. But yeah, pick up that memory, and then we're going to go grab this battery. And we're going to head straight back. I roll a lot in this video, but I don't think it actually speeds anything up. Sometimes if you're going up slopes, it feels like it speeds you up a bit, but I don't believe it does anything else other than that. So then we're going to do the same thing as we did before, blow away the smoke on the right, and then go up here and put the battery in the red windmill. And this can only blow one direction, so just put the battery in and then move past. Grab a little bit of health if you need it. And then head up here. And this is the first, air quotes, boss fight. So all you need to do is just run about until he knocks down the vial that will actually allow you to hit it back. So one like this, as soon as you see this one, just hit it back. Try and look in the direction of him, otherwise it'll do that. There you go. So just continue that a few times and then that's the boss fight done.
Coward.
Then once that's done, grab all the little white orbs because we're going to need these for the achievement for leveling up your health bar. And then we're going to go up and we're going to grab the rope with a hook, which will allow us to grab a worm. Yeah, like I said, this game's strange. It's basically, from what I've seen of the story, I haven't really been paying much attention to it apart from the music. I think someone's in a coma or something and you're trying to help them out of it. You're like their imaginary friend or like a figment of their imagination, helping them kind of sort their brain out. So yeah, use the hook, hit the worm, and then wait until the worm pops back out, and then bring it back up. And there we go. So that brings up the apple, which is a hot air balloon, and then we can move through that.
That's one smart apple. Prepare for liftoff.
Jeez, shut up and fasten your seed belt.
And I was like, what? When the mine stopped practicing the ukulele. Waste of talent if you ask me, but...
Finally, we're here.
Oh.
The nightmare must be here somewhere.
Hey! Come back here, stink breath! That wimp never stops running, does he?
Then once we get to this part, remember to knock on the door. I actually knock on it twice here because I think this little rat interrupted me. But just kill the rat because you'll need this for the achievement later. And then just knock on the door again just to make sure. There we go. For this one, you just need to kick the tree when the tail is below it, and then you just slide down the tail.
Hey, Dusty!
And for this part, we're going to make sure that the enemy hits the tree with its puke.
Yeah, but how to get
You need to do it 3 times so the flute falls down, and then grab the flute and catapult yourself back up. You can't actually knock on this door here, so don't bother about this door.
The flower! This barf rodent doesn't seem to stay dead.
Yeah!
Once we've catapulted ourselves back up, we're going to head up the top way, and we're going to find another couple doors, as well as another couple rat fights. I believe this is where I actually get the 2-in-1 with a swing. I'm someone who likes to get achievements as soon as possible in games, so I'll try and find areas that I can get them, but like I said, just wait until the spider area, because that's a lot easier. Especially when they do things like this, they go like X-Men style and go sideways. But your swing is big, so it can hit it from distance like that. So if you want to try it here, you can. I wouldn't recommend restarting or reloading the areas because I think that's maybe what caused my spider one to glitch. So just kind of play through the game. If you miss the achievements, just kind of go back later or try and get it in the spider area, but do not reload because that might be one of the things that causes the achievement to bug. So make sure you knock on the doors, and then we're going to place the flute down, which acts as a bridge, and get some more of the white orbs, the endorphins. And we're going to get this valve, and then we're also going to knock on this door as well, don't forget.
Ayo! Thanks for fixing the bridge, bro.
I do like the people in the houses. Thanks for fixing the bridge, bro. And you guys know where we're going to use this valve. We're going to go all the way down here and we're going to use the valve on the catapult, which will knock us to the next area. Whee! And then more rats, so make sure to kill them. The only ones you can't kill are the ones that are needed for destroying areas or like flowers or whatever. These ones and the little red ones you can kill. They're just a pain in the butt. Because the breath they hit you with, the vomit, just pushes you back so far, it's really stupid. Alright, so go up here, grab the battery, also knock on the door.
There's no power for my electric drum kit, man. It's really annoying, you know.
I believe that's maybe also another instance where you could just knock on the door when the battery's there, but I'm not 100% sure. I've done it this way, so if you're following along, you'll be fine. Just double check while you're there though. Leave the battery in and just see what it does. So we're going to pop the battery in here and turn the windmill, which will blow away the dust. And then we'll go over and we'll get the actual little disc thing we need to make an elevator. So we're going to grab this, and we're going to go back to where the battery was, grab the battery, and then use the lifts. And also there'll be more rats, so make sure to kill them.
Certainly not.
Right, and then when we get up here, just pop the orange battery in, and that'll blow away the smoke. I don't know why I'm alternating between dust and smoke, but make sure you grab the endorphins, because you need them for the achievements for later. I don't know how actual much there is in the game, because I got the last health upgrade just before the final boss. So if you don't get it by then, you're kind of screwed out with the achievement. So make sure you pick up every single one of those orbs. Then we're into the next area, which is sort of like a musical area where we need to get 3 of these little stud things for the trombone, I think it is. But he just kind of jumps across, whereas we can't apparently. So you need to get 3 of these, put them into that, and then blow it up.
Hey, look, Prince Puke dropped something.
Getting really creative with
Piston, that's what it's
there.
called.
Thanks.
For some reason, mine wasn't letting me put it in here, so I've cut to where it actually works.
It needs all
Very
3
strange.
pistons to fold out.
There we go. Finally opens inventory. There we go. And then pop the stud in. It extends it a tiny bit, and then we need 2 more so we can get over.
I can't seem to see the other pistons.
So
around
here we are gonna go across these teeth platforms. This is where the game was like, what the hell is going on? So I was freaking out like, oh, I've broke the game. But the best thing I've noticed with these platforms is to just stay away from the edge until you see the little bit of smoke that comes up when it hits the side, and then walk onto it. Don't roll, just walk, because they're not the most accurate platforms in the world. So here we're gonna make sure that we get the little rat to melt all these flowers, so we can get the battery hole, and the valve. There we go. So grab the battery, put it in, and then turn the handle so it blows away the smoke. It was quite a cool wee puzzle game this, but it did piss me off that the fact that I can't get 100% yet until that achievement's fixed. I really hate that when I make achievement videos. Because at the moment I'm not really going for massive amounts of achievements, I'm going for more 100% than that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here on the platforms when they actually work as intended. And we're going to grab the blue battery. See, this is what I mean. This game is very janky in certain aspects.
got the hang of this now.
You've still got it, big guy.
Yep, so go on the tooth, and then grab the blue battery. So what I did here was I went down the lift. The best thing to do is actually either go back the way you came and grab the green battery, or go back the way we actually went in the first place, because you will need that green battery for later. So make sure you take a note of that. Grab the battery. Because otherwise you're going to have to backtrack all the way back here to grab this battery for a secret memory. Right, so coming back the way, make sure you grab the disc first. If you ever come down one of these lifts, best practice is just to grab the disc. Unless you know that it's going to stop you from coming back later. Because a lot of the time you're going to grab the disc and make another bridge. So just keep putting the disc down, grab all the things over here. Then let's go. You can leave it there because we don't actually need it now because we're not coming back to that bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here. And we're going to put the blue battery in there. Then we're going to knock on the door.
You brought my power back. So cool, man. Let's rock and roll, you know.
So potentially it might not be the battery that's the case. It might be the color of the battery. So I think you do actually need to do this for this memory. So that's basically why we went there to grab the blue battery. So I should also have the green battery in my inventory at this point, but I don't. So make sure that you guys have, like I've said, if you haven't got the green battery in your inventory, go back and grab it now. Because otherwise you're going to run all the way past this entire level, come all the way back and realize that, oh, I need to grab the green battery. Because we only came back here for that memory. But we're going to go back to the area where the green battery is. So if you haven't grabbed it, go grab it.
Certainly not. Nuh-uh.
See, here's me being an absolute moron, running past this, trying to think, oh yeah, I feel like I'm missing something here, the green battery. So you're supposed to come back this way, grab the green battery, and then continue on. You don't need to grab it initially, because you're coming back this way anyway. You can literally walk up here from the piston area with the trombone, or the whatever the hell it is, and then you'll just walk up this area. But you need to grab that green battery some way or another. So either jump on here, go back and get it, or just backtrack and get it that way. And then we're going to place the blue battery down. Grab all these endorphins.
What the? Well, at least we can pass now. Nope.
So you can't actually go into that door either. But yeah, I didn't grab all the endorphins there, so maybe that's why I almost missed out on the upgrade achievement. But grab every single orb that you see.
The symphonic lobe, where the mind... Ugh, man, what the heck are those things?
The plague really did a dirty number on these flowers. This nightmare is getting on my nerves.
Hey, look! Shiny.
What now? Hey, get back here!
That's my kleptomaniac cousin.
I bet he steals the show.
Right, so now we're onto this area where that thing has stolen the trumpet piston. So what we need to do is we need to go up here after activating the windmill. And then this is just like a little puzzle where you redirect where the orbs are going. So you want to make sure this redirects it to the right.
Off of the self-reflectors.
Just like that. Because it'll kill the flowers. And then we want to move past. So just roll if it's about to hit you. Move past this one. Go up the way.
Come rain or shine, we're moving forward.
This part's just kind of avoiding all this stuff. It's quite easy to do. And then here we're just going to go up. We're going to make sure this one is changed so it points up the way. There we go. So that should ping that up, which it does. And then this one, we're going to make sure it points up, just like that. The other one doesn't have a valve handle yet, so we can't do anything with that one at this point in time. But we need to destroy this flower and then the flower up the top left. So that's where this little puzzle kind of comes in. So we're going to grab the valve handle here.
Maybe. Whatever.
We can't knock on that door, so don't bother. And then we're going to put this into the bit that we need to. So we can't change that yet. That's one of the puzzles we need for later. So you want to do the valve handle first. For some reason I came up here. But this one you want to point left first. So you want to make sure it's pointing it to the left first, because that destroys the flower where a memory is. So make sure that it hits left first a couple times, and then direct it to the right. Then once you've done that, go down to the one without the valve handle and make sure that's pointing left. So just like this. Turn it around a couple times. And there we go. So now that'll ping down and then left. Which will destroy this flower, which will allow you to access these. So you want to make sure this is on number 1, this is on number 3, and the middle one's on number 2. And then this will cause the rattle to fall down. And that flower that you see at the top left, that should be destroyed at this point if you've done the thing I told you to, where you point the one that you can see there on the right to the left. So then pick up all the endorphins, another one I didn't pick up clearly. But yeah, this flower, you need to make sure that it's been poisoned, otherwise it's here still. So I'll just quickly show you what I mean by this. So quickly run back. You can skip this part if you've already done it, but I'm just showing you guys how it works. So you just make sure you run all the way over here, turn this to face the left, and then wait a couple times for the orbs to poison the flower. And there we go. We don't actually need to turn it back, but in case you want to, just do it anyway. And then just do that and then run. The thing is, that stops all the flowers from shooting apart from these ones. So you're totally fine. Once you see all the flowers stop shooting apart from those ones on the right, that means you've done everything that you can do. So then we're going to go up and we're going to grab the memory. Because we can actually turn the windmill to blow away the smoke now. Right, and then we're going to push this button, extend these little trumpet things, and knock on this door.
I thought about painting some flowers too.
Damn thieving bird.
So we're going to put the rattle on this little
There we go.
worm, and then we're going to make sure that we angle this windmill to the left. Because we need to blow it off of its back. So then you pull the worm's tongue, and then let the bird fly down, and it'll get that piston knocked off its back. And there we go. So now you can grab that piston. Then one more to go, and then we've got to fight the boss.
at the overpass of originality.
There we go. Once we've popped that piston in, now it's time to go and do one of the most annoying puzzles in the game. So this one here requires you to rotate them around quite a lot in order to get all these things out of the way, get up to the top area to grab the sapling and stuff like that. So just watch and you'll see how it works.
All this work for a lousy sprout.
On with the garden gloves, Dusty. I'm sure we'll find use for it.
Right, and once we've done that very annoying puzzle section and got the sapling and put it in here, time to get onto this next area, which is a little bit simple, but it's still a little bit tricky if you want to make sure you've got everything. So that is probably one of the least annoying puzzles in the game, even though it is also very annoying at the same time. There is one area in this game where I absolutely loathe the puzzles, and I wish they weren't there. But remember to knock on this door and then go down here.
Enough whimpering. Let's go find that trumpet piston.
Grab the metal disc, because we're going to need this. And then here's where the last piston is, so we need to make sure that we poison this big tentacle thing.
Oversized tentacle is that thing?
Calm down, you chicken. The weed tentacle is holding onto the trumpet piston.
How is that supposed to calm me down?
So we're going to go up this way, avoid the tentacle. Use the disc to get up here, and we're going to knock down this seed thing, which we're going to need to smash open. And we're going to use the tentacle for that. So knock this down, go down and grab it. Remember to grab the disc as well. Remember what I said about always picking up the disc? Just make sure you always pick it up. So then we're going to put this down and we're going to smash it open. So place it here, and then just stand right here and wait for it to go black. So that was a little bit too quick. So basically you want to stand still until you see the black for a few seconds, and then you move. So that was a couple failed attempts. This is just to show you guys how it works. So there you go. That's how it works.
Come on, Dusty.
If you get hit, it doesn't really matter because there's healing things all over the place. So if you just want to stand there and let it hit you while it hits the nut, feel free. Because you're not gonna die, and even if you do, the checkpoint system is pretty good. So then we're gonna go up here, kill this rat. Knock on the door first if you really want to, but kill the rat too. See, that's what I mean about their spit attack. It's so annoying. Knocks you back like the entire length of the stage. Yeah, kill the rat. There we go, finally. And then we're just going to rotate the windmill so it does this. I already knocked on the door, but like I said, I'm just doing it again just to make sure. So rotate the windmill to the back this time, because that's what we're going to need. We don't go that way, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to put this dry seed in here and go up to the place we were at. So we've got the disc, so we just put it here, which will allow us to go up and grab the items we need. So put the green battery in there, don't take it out yet because we need this seed. So crack this open, grab the green battery on the way back, and then place the green battery in this one, which will allow you to water the seeds that you get.
Yay! Look how the plants grow.
This game is fairly beautiful. I wasn't expecting to enjoy it this much. So I think I'll probably do a guide for the second one as well, because it's quite a fun game. I just hope the second one doesn't have any bugged achievements in it. Because like I said, I'm on a 100% kick at the moment, so it's very annoying when something I can't 100% gets put on my gamer score. But yeah, press that button, you'll water the seed, which gives you a sapling. You can crack the seed thing there if you want, but I just waited until I had both of them. So put the seedling in here. Go over, grab this other nut that we need to crack open. There'll be a couple more enemies, so just make sure you kill them. There we go, so whack the nut down. And that's where I got my first health bonus. So you guys might have got it a little bit earlier just because I missed out on one of the orbs. But like I said, just pick up every single one you see and you should be fine. So just wait.
Yikes!
And then dodge. Grab the seed. Place another one down, do the exact same thing. And then take both of these down to the area we were just at and water them. So all the way down here. You only technically need 2 seeds to get through this area, but we need 3 to get a secret area. So water the seed, grab the sapling, do the same thing with the other one, and then head back up and left. But first we're going to grab the green battery, because we need this for the secret one later on. Like I said, which is why you need the other green battery. So you should have 2 green batteries in your inventory at this point. I don't here, because like I said, I'm an idiot and I walked past the green battery even though I was going back that way to get it. But yeah, just follow along. You should have 2 green batteries in your inventory as long as you did what I said to do. And then you'll be able to get the secret memory thing. So we're going to put the sapling in here. There'll be some more enemies here. And these should be the last of the rats, so you should get the exterminator achievement here. And there we go. So a lot of people have said that the achievement for the spiders didn't work because you didn't pick up all the orbs. But as you saw there, I killed the rat. And I didn't pick up the orbs and I got the achievement before the orbs touched me. So I have no idea what's going on with that achievement. But remember to knock on the door, grab the item as we saw there, use this to go across, put the green battery in that we just got, and then we're going to get another memory. But yeah, that was the whole thing with the spider achievement. A lot of people were saying it might be because the spiders were knocked on their backs first and didn't die right away, or you didn't pick up all the orbs. It shouldn't really matter. If an achievement says kill enemies and you've killed the enemies, it should unlock. So I'm very pissed off. I don't know if you guys can tell that I'm very pissed off, but I'm really pissed off about that achievement. Especially when I went to that area about 4 times. So what we're going to do, just put the poison down here, do the same thing as you did with the nuts. Just wait until it smacks it, and then you'll get the piston. There you go. Tentacle dies, and you grab the piston. And there we go. Grab all the orbs, grab the piston, and then go.
Another trumpet piston.
Good work. That was a tough nut to crack.
I really do hope the devs fix it though, because I don't like having achievements that are really stupid to get, especially if there's no chapter select. So if you miss out on something in this game, you're going to have to play through the entire thing again. So make sure you're following through this guide to the letter and listening to everything I say, and you should get everything, unless it bugs on you like it did with me. So if you position the things like we did earlier, you'll be able to just come over here and put the 2 batteries in that we have. So pop in the 2 green batteries that you should have at this point. And then this will give you another memory. And there we go. Pick up the memory and we're good to go. So let's head back the way because we've got the piston. You can grab the green batteries here. I'm not sure why I'm grabbing them here because I don't think I need them, but just in case, grab them anyway because we're not coming back here. So then put the last piston in here. And there we go. Could have just jumped that, but you know.
The bridge is back.
Make sure to grab all the endorphins, knock on the door.
Plague poop. Really? Just as I
And that will be the last door in this area. And there we go. So now it's on to the boss fight, which is fairly easy. Like, the bosses in this game aren't particularly hard, because I don't know if it's supposed to be a kid's game or if it's just supposed to be like a really chilled out sort of puzzle adventure game. But yeah, it's not difficult at all. Like, you die, you get respawned basically right where you were. The bosses only take like 1 hit to kill, depending on which kind of boss it is and stuff like that. So yeah, all the way up here, and then what we're going to do in this fight is make sure we melt all the flowers, pick up the batteries, put them in the right locations, and then catapult yourself up and drown him with water. So just follow along with this, you guys will be able to see how it works, and then you'll get the achievement for beating him.
I've got a vaccine for jerks like you, full of autism, nausea, and flu. I call the shots and you call it sick. I squeeze the syringe till it goes click. Your skin gets pale and your fever rise. A smell of death, a swarm of flies. Cramps in your body, aches in your head. Time for you to get back to bed. Dirt and filth will soon prevail. Your screams of pain will be of no avail. Your bowels contract, you swell with gas. One big bottom breath will be your last. Now die!
That should fire up the catapult.
The mind used to pull a lot of great ideas out of this hat.
Can't blame the plague for that one, though. The mind stopped paying attention to a lot of things around here. fireworks again.
Yeah, lots of fun to be hacked.
Around you go. Clean up your act, Prince Puke.
For the love of all that is filthy.
There we go. Now he's dead because he's disgusting and dirty and he got watered. So he pops off, his mask goes down, you get the achievement. There we go. So once you grab this, it'll take you back to Cerebrum City, which is actually really good. But we need to come back into this area to get partially towards one achievement and also grab some other memories and other achievements. So you'll go back to Cerebrum City here, and then we're going to come back and get a couple memories. There we go. We're back in Cerebrum City. So we're going to go right back the way we just came.
No sneaky rat bastards this time.
We should take a trip back there together some other time.
Let's get...
I think even in the cutscene he was freaking out there. So we're going to go back up here and we're going to get a couple memories, I believe, and an achievement as well. So now the nightmare thing's gone. We're going to knock on this door and we'll get a memory. Just like that. And then we're going to continue on a little bit and we're going to get another memory and an achievement at the same time. I don't know why I'm not picking up these endorphins. I clearly don't want to level up. So just follow the path. It should be pretty easy because we've done everything that we did originally. So I grabbed the batteries here. I don't know why, because I don't think I need them. I think I was just grabbing them just in case. I think I need one of these batteries. But I'm not sure which one it is, so I think that's why I grab every single one of them. So we're going to go down to the tea house, which is where we were before. Remember the power went out? So we're going to put in the red battery, and we're going to tap on his door.
Me and me brothers are the proud guardians of tea breaks, but the nightmare made us all take our kettles off. With the kettles back on, that would be peace of mind.
Yep, so knock on the door again, just to make sure.
Oi, you! I'll put the kettle on. All kettles are on. That's the freedom miles I know and live.
There you go, memory. And there should be an achievement attached to this. There you go, distant memories. Collect half the memories and we'll also get one for that specific memory there. There we go. Time for tea. Every time I hear tea, it just reminds me of Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh, your tea! Oh, one lump or two, dear. Probably a terrible impression, but yeah, I love Mrs. Doubtfire. One of the best movies ever. But yeah, we're going to go all the way back down to Cerebrum City, and we're going to just continue on, put the mask in the thing, and then we're going to get to the next area. So go back up in Cerebrum City to the portal thing that you saw the guy jump into, and then we'll go to the left once the old guy gives us the item we need to go there.
My friends, so full of renewed energy and purpose.
The thief.
Don't you see the absurdity of it all? Time will render your every action meaningless.
Enough philosophy. I will kick your face in.
rebirth this bottle, friend. Time to reimburse.
We lost him again. Mayor Relic, are you okay?
A touching reunion. We've got the Plague's mask. What do we do now?
To fix what's broken and change the flow, into the gate the mask must go.
See ya, stink breath.
Seems to work. Let's go. Damn it. It didn't work.
It seems the fears are still too few. The gate needs more to let you through.
Beating another nightmare? You're kidding, right?
Come on, you're getting back in shape.
Whatever. Nowhere to look, Mayor?
I heard the hatching of cocoons, tingling legs and eerie tunes. A sinister creature crawling down into the realms of Clockwork Town. Take this gear and find its pin. It should let you two get in.
And there you go. Once the old dude's giving you the cog or the gear, what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the bottom left, and this will take us to the area that I hate the most because I've seen it about 50,000 times for trying to do this spider achievement. So hopefully the achievement doesn't bug for you and you guys get it all fine, but I will direct you to where all the spiders spawn, so hopefully you'll get the achievement. But we're going to go up here and we're going to put the gear in, which will allow us to basically start this area.
There we go. The left side of the mine is open.
Next stop, Clockwork Town. Here we are, the mine's logical power center. Too much boring math here, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And like with all other areas, keep your ears and eyes open for memories and doors. So the first door is going to be up here, where we need to collect the battery to start the area. So make sure to knock on the door, and you can see there's another battery thing next to it, which we're going to come back and get another memory from this bit. But knock on the door, grab the battery. You can't go back the same way you came, you have to go on this other gear that popped up, which is annoying to get to clearly. So go across here, run down, place the battery, and this should introduce you to the boss of the area and some enemies.
Sorry to interrupt you two snoopers, but the road ahead is closed and a arachnid commonwealth is being built.
So we're the snoopers? Then who are you?
Pardon my manners. Ever had nightmares about crawling creeps? Well, you will now. Let me introduce my entourage.
So these spiders don't actually count, because it's only the ones that spit out the orbs that seem to count, because I've killed like a bunch of enemies in this game. I've literally tested out every way you can try and get this achievement. It's clearly just bugged for some people and not for others. So like I said, hopefully it unlocks for you guys, but if it doesn't, just wait for the fix. But if you're someone who doesn't want to have a non-completed game on their profile, kind of like me, just don't start the game. But at this point you probably have, so apologies about that. But yeah, just kind of go through this, kill all the spiders that you see, any of them that drop orbs, those are the ones that count, and just make sure to collect every orb. I don't think that's something that affects it, because like you saw when I killed all the rats, I didn't even pick up the orbs, and the achievement unlocked. So yeah, very strange. So yeah, they will get back up if they're on their back and you don't kill them. This is another thing that people have been theorizing might also be causing the issue. But just kill the spiders as fast as you can and just collect all the orbs, and hopefully it'll unlock for you, okay? So then what we're going to do in this area is we're going to run up and smack this with our fully charged attack, which will allow us to grab the valve handle. And then we're going to come back down and we're going to put the battery in this area. Make sure to just grab all the orbs just so you can get the power-ups. But before we obviously put the battery in, we can change these around, because we need to come back through here. So grab that battery. You've got the valve, so we're going to pop the valve in here. Turn it, and then we can go round the way with the battery. This area is quite annoying with how many batteries and stuff you need to like put in and valves you need to turn around, but it's not as annoying as the last area. The last area is by far my most hated area, even though I've had to see this area about 4 times, or even 6 times probably at this point. So we're going to go up here.
Watch your back. Those heavy pendulums stop for
Obviously,
no one.
knock on the door
Sounds like
if you can.
to me.
Yep. Sometimes the dialogue stops you from doing stuff, so just make sure to knock on the door when you can. And then we're going to go up here. We can't really do much up here apart from knock on the door and grab the plate that you see on the left.
Can't you hear me? Ugh, how rude.
Don't get wound up, Piper. He's just out of power.
Oh, right.
Welcome to the Clockwork Junction.
Right, and then once you've knocked on the door, we're going to grab the little plate and we're going to run back down. Yeah, this game wasn't as hard to complete as I initially thought it would be, because puzzle games and stuff like that tend to be quite difficult, or they can be quite difficult. But like I said, the annoying thing is that it kind of stuck me with this achievement here that didn't work. So I just realized this is where it bugged out for me. No! How did I not realize that? So you saw the orbs that were above there. It looks like that's when mine bugged out. Because some people are saying that it's the orbs that count for the kills, but you saw previously when I killed the rats it didn't work, but those orbs didn't. Yeah, I don't get it. I really hope they fix this achievement because I really want to get it done. But anyway, enough blabbing aside, come down here and grab the key. And then we're going to turn this so we can go down the other way. And then we're going to go up here. And the key is going to go in the robot. But we're going to grab the battery first, and we're going to head back down the way we just came up. So rotate this one so you can get back across. Like I said, these valves can be a little bit finicky. Either hold it or tap it a couple times. Go on the metal disc. Grab the metal disc, as always. And then go back up to the little robot you saw earlier that we couldn't actually do anything about. And we're going to wind him up and we're going to send him on his merry way by giving him a swift boot in the back. Oh, so it did grab him. Okay, maybe it was just bugged out for me then. So it seems like just ignore me completely and just kill the spiders. If you get the achievement, you get the achievement. If not, then it unfortunately has bugged out for you. It's funny how there's a bugged achievement for killing bugs. I know they're not bugs, they're arachnids, but still.
Awaiting input.
So give him a quick little boot. He'll go down there, break the webs, and then we turn the handle so he goes in the right direction. And then give him another little boot. Poor little tin head man.
Self-protect initiated. Next stop, Enigma Hills.
Wow! Buckethead smashed.
So we're going to use him quite a lot in this part to get through certain areas with the webs. So we're going to go all the way over here, use the plate that we picked up.
The road is clear. Let's
And then you can't grab the plate here, so just carry on. Knock on the door first.
The problems here in Clockwork Town really add up.
I was risking it a bit here going to the next area without making sure that everything had worked with that door, but I was kind of risking it at this point. There we go, there's Buckethead. And then we're going to run along this section, so just move the boxes as I do, and then we'll be in the next area. This is where we're going to move a lot of boxes.
Enigma boxes. This place is really pushing it, huh?
Unsolved conundrums. Complicated stuff.
think that piston elevator is connected to the scale. Good to see you getting some
So then once you're across the boxes, we're going to go all the way over here and we're going to grab a battery. Watch out for these clock hands because they actually do a crap ton of damage. But like I said, you respawn pretty quick in this game, and in the general area you died, so you should be totally fine if you die. Just don't worry about it. So pick up this orange battery, and then we're going to come down here and get a memory.
For such a machine-heavy place, they sure are stinky with the batteries. This is really a well-tuned infinity machine.
Unless all this.
Yeah, you see how much damage they do? They do 2 bits of your health.
No more smart thoughts?
Yeah.
So all the way down here, you only need to go here to get this memory, so as long as you've got the blue and the orange battery, the blue battery from earlier and the orange battery now, you'll be able to pick it up. So orange and then blue, and then ta-da! And then just pick the orange one back up. You won't be able to pick up the blue again because you don't need it, and it puts it too far away from you. So then just roll through these. I know your roll has invincibility, but with these it tends to just murder you. So we're going to run and put the battery in here. Well, actually no, not in this one, that's for later. So this battery hole first. This will allow us to move this Enigma box, and then we'll move the battery. So we move it out and then we have to pull it, otherwise you'll get stuck. So pull it over twice and then down once, and then pull it from the other side all the way up. And then that will allow you to go around, grab the battery, and then solve the other part of the puzzle. There we go. So run around, grab the battery, and then move the box to where you want it to go. So I'll just pop it here and then go and place the battery. This will make the cog on that side go up. And then we've got another little pushy puzzle. So a lot of the puzzle in this area is just pushing things all over the place. Funnily enough, the next section is you're knocking things all over the place. So push it all the way up. And then obviously you can't get past it, so we go back the way. And we grab the battery first, because we don't need that anymore. And then just go through the deadly hands of time. Ow. So yeah, grab a little bit of health if you need it. And then we're just going to do this little puzzle here to get it on top of that marker, so just follow as I do. And then with this section done, I believe you're coming up to the area where you can get the 2-in-1 with a slash, and also hitting 3 at once with a slash. You can use this little house to protect yourself if you want to do that, but this is where I got the 3-in-1 for hitting 3 at once with the sword. But obviously I already had killed 2 at once with the sword. So this is me just showing you the enemies here. So this is the same area, I just cut ahead a little bit because I tried a few times here to get the 3-in-1 because they jump around a lot. And the ones that shoot the webs stop your charge attack, so charge up as much as you can, wait until all 3 are together, and then just swipe. Just like that. There you go. But like I said, if you don't manage to get the achievement here, this is really one of the best places for it. There is some spiders later on, but this is probably one of the best areas for getting this achievement. Just make sure you're not hitting the spiders off the edge and bugging the orbs out. But if you're going for the kill 2-in-1, I'd suggest the rats, because I'm not sure if you can actually kill these technically, because they go on their backs. I don't know if that counts as actually them being dead, but you can try it here. You'll end up doing both at the same time anyway if it works here.
Yeah, good to move around for a change.
But then another little puzzle section, so grab all the orbs. Remember to knock on the door.
Hey, why is 1/5 so stressed? Because he's 2/10.
Yeah, I don't know why I keep rolling, it's not faster, but it's just habit from when I used to play Zelda. So we're going to come up here, grab the metal disc, and then we're going to go back to where I just went a second ago, and pop the metal disc on. It's funny because it seems faster, but it's definitely not faster. So we go up here, and we turn the robot around and then give him another little kick up the boot. I also really hate that you can't skip cutscenes in this, because I could have got back to this place a lot quicker if I could skip the cutscenes. But yeah, you have to watch every single cutscene in this. There's no way to skip them, which is very annoying. Especially if you have a bugged achievement like I did, and you've played through to this area about 5 times. But like I said, hopefully the developers just bring out a fix for it. So we're going to press that button on the way over, as you saw, and then we're going to turn the little guy around and kick him. So that will make him go past this onto this area. So make sure you flip the switch down below there. And then we're going to follow him, give him another little swift kick up the booty, and he'll smash through these spider webs.
Next stop, planning plateau.
Say what you want about Buckethead, but he does know how to smash through stuff.
Not too much longer here, only a few more sections. And the puzzles get a little bit easier after this section, I believe. So with this area, you want to make sure you hit the top one first. So the one on the very far left, hit that first. So charge attack, and there you go. Then the one on the right, charge attack, and then the one on the left but at the bottom this time. And that will bring up the stairs. So then we can get another metal plate. And then we go up here. And then spiders should spawn. Yep, so another chance to kill some spiders. This can also be quite annoying, this area, because the orbs will actually drop below the stair, as you just saw. So maybe that's another area where it just didn't work. And then this one gets stuck behind the phone. So I smash it, and then it's stuck there, and then I can't grab this orb. So whether that caused it to bug, I'm not sure, but yeah, the game is very janky with what happens. But if this happens, don't quick reload. Just play it through as normal, or let the bug get back up. So if the spider's on its back, just let it res and jump back over, so you can actually get it into a position where it will be safe to actually kill it. But yeah, if it goes behind the phone or anything like that, just wait until it gets back up and jumps back over. Because you don't want to get into the position where your achievement's bugged, because it's really hard to unlock it.
Yay! Look at him go again.
And then we just give him another little kick again. Right, and then we're carrying on back this way over the death clocks.
There's some heavy thinking going on here.
And down here to the bottom left, there should be some more spiders here. So get ready to kill some more spiders and maybe not get your achievement, but hopefully you do. So just smash these spiders up, get the little orbs, because apparently that makes a difference. I don't think it does, but just pick them up just to make sure. Cover all your bases so you don't lose out on this achievement. And then grab the valve that we have over here. Get some health if you need it. And go up the lift. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn our little robot friend round. Using the valve we just got. And we're going to give him another swift boot up the backside. And then knock on this door.
The equation train drives again. Good. The mind can calculate again.
And then we go all the way back up here. And this is where there's going to be another little puzzle section.
Look at that.
So first it locks you into this cutscene, but then there's a little pipe puzzle and a gear puzzle. The pipe puzzle is literally the easiest thing on the planet. All you need to do is just rotate the gears. The pipes, sorry. Rotate the pipes so you can walk across them. And then we're going to press a couple buttons and then turn a valve for the gears as well.
You two imbeciles can help me get home. Take my house.
There is also a hidden memory here as well, but we'll get that once we've done all this.
I don't take orders from anyone, especially not from.
So once we've went through the very long cutscene, just turn these valves. You can turn it in this order if you want, but to be fair, the pipe puzzle is very simple. Like, they're not all interconnected, so just turn which ones you want. Doesn't take long to sort it. It's not like some other games where if you turn it wrong a couple times, it's going to lock you out forever. So once that's all done and they're all straight, we're going to go back down the way so we can run around here and take the bridge. I look forward to actually playing Figment 2 now. Because, like I said, that was on Gamepass before this one for some reason. And I never made a guide for it, but since playing this, I'm definitely going to make a guide for it. I just hope there's no bugged achievements in that one. Right, so we're going to go up here, and this is where the gear puzzle is. It's not really much of a puzzle because you know the actual outcome. So we're going to knock on the door.
Get that crane working.
And knock on the door again for some reason because he didn't speak. So, like I said, I always use the knock and then knock again just in case they don't actually speak to me. There we go. So now we're going to press the buttons. We're going to press 1 and 2 and then we're going to use the valve, which will bring down this like band thing, which we're going to put on a conveyor belt. So pick up the belt and then we're going to turn these again to get the gears away from each other, and then we're going to put the band on here, and then we're going to press number 1 and number 4, and then we're going to turn the gear again. I don't know why I keep calling it a gear, it's a valve. And then that will make the gears do this, and it will drop the little house thing down to our friend Buckethead. And he is very strong. He lifts this thing like it weighs a feather. He's strong. You're a strong boy. And then you've got more of these endorphins, so make sure to pick these up. But before we go down, we're going to do this next puzzle, which is for the secret hidden memory. And we're going to press number 4, number 2, number 3, and number 1. And there you go. So he does like a little rap here, and then he'll spit out his memory. I'm not usually a music person, but this game is really fun. I also didn't realize until this point that that's actually a record getting played there. The things you see when you go back and watch the game that you're playing. So yep, pick up that memory. And then you can't actually go down that way, so you need to go back down the way you came. And then there's a shortcut that opens up, so you can just go back down this way. Grab the endorphins, and then give our little friend a kick. But yeah, like I've said before, guys, I take the feedback on board. So if you guys don't actually like the whole voiceover for 90% of the video, let me know, and I'll just kind of jump in certain points. Or if for some reason this little orb bugged, yeah, weird. I don't know why I quick loaded here, because I think I wanted to try and pick it up, but it's fine. See, this is what I mean, this game is very janky. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Like I said, I take all the feedback on board, so if you guys don't like me chatting over a lot of it, just let me know, and I'll just kind of jump in here or there. Or I can do like little bits, or just like some text here or there. Because I know a lot of people don't like whole voiceovers for the entire video. So press that button. You can't actually go around him at this point because he's too big, because he's got this big house thing in his hands. So we turn him, and then we give him another little kick. And it'll send them down the other one this time. And then we just go across the clocks of death again. These probably killed me more than anything in the entire game. And there we go, he's here again, so give him another little kick. And then down the lift, and we're just going to follow him back through the level. But like I said, I will be doing Figment 2 as well, so I'll probably put that up as an achievement guide. Even though I'm pretty sure there's like a million achievement guides for that now since it's been out for like a month or two. But since my channel's grown, I might as well just do videos for everything that I'm playing for just the purposes of putting them up on my YouTube channel. And if you guys have any suggestions, like I've said before, just let me know. And we'll get the videos rolling. So just follow this part down, just like we were before. And then we're going to get into a boss fight. So the spiders here, from my knowledge, do not count towards the actual spider achievement because they don't give you orbs and they're never ending. And I've tried fighting these things for about 5 minutes to try and trigger this achievement. Doesn't work. So just ignore the spiders, hit them a couple times and then wait for the spider to fall down and kill them.
I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to die. Breathing gets harder, you feel me and freeze in fear. Tiptoeing down inside your shoes. And I'll attack once I get in your underwear. And while you weep, I am crawling all over you. Long hairy legs that make you back and music can grab that ties you down. Wrapped up in this venomous kiss, your luck gets squashed, I'm all around. I am creeping, yeah, I'm crawling all over you.
No, send her to the spin doctor.
I don't have to put up with this unsophisticated violence.
Well, what?
Au revoir.
And once we've beaten our little spider friend, we're going to go back down the way. So grab all the endorphins. And we should be close to the next level by now. Yep, so you can see in the left hand side the little white vial. That's the endorphins. So just rolling, 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 even though it doesn't actually make you any faster. So pull this up and then move it to the left. Pretty sure this is the only box you need to move here. So down the way. And then none of these boxes are in the way, so we just need to run around them. And we're out.
We're on the right track, buddy.
Your train puns are really going off.
It is
the
quite strange how
rails.
Game Pass released the second one first. I've noticed them do that with quite a lot of things recently. But it is good that they've added the first one. Because it's nice to... I'm not someone who likes to jump into other numbered games unless it's things like Final Fantasy or whatever. But I've always been a huge Final Fantasy advocate anyway. Right, anyway, back to the game. So pick up the metal disc. And then we're going to put the disc on this one. And we're going to go down the way. You'll notice we've been past this way before. So just run over here. And then turn the valve so the other one goes straight as well. This isn't to progress, this is part of a hidden memory. So pick up the disc again, and then run back over this way, and we're gonna go up this lift. And then we're gonna make our way down this pipe here. And you can see there is a bit for the blue battery. We're gonna ignore that. And we're gonna go all the way up here to where we first started. And we're gonna pop in the orange battery next to the house. And then we're going to tap on the house.
We might all be doomed, but at least I can watch the telly.
And there you go. The next memory. But yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, if you are the types of people to only play games in sort of chronological order. I don't mind certain games, but for things like this that I've never heard of, I was like, it's probably best to play the first one first. So we're going to go back, just make sure you've got everything that you originally had, so grab the battery and stuff, and then come back here. Yeah, I don't know why I grabbed the plate, I'm just crazy. I like, every time I come off on these lifts, I make sure I grab the plate in case I miss something. So then grab the plate again. Not sure if you need it, but just grab it anyway. It doesn't harm anybody. And then we're going to go up to where we first found Mr. Buckethead. And we're going to turn him around and we're going to kick him onto the same place we kicked him originally. But he's heavier now, so he manages to go down. And then that opens up the way to the next area. Which is basically the end of this area. So once you've done this next part, that's all the spiders that you should have, and then you end up going to fight the boss. So this little thing you see on the left, that's part of the puzzle in the next area. There's a few things like that, but as long as you know the combination, it's fine. You don't really need to pay attention to them.
Passing Composition Row. Easy now, you big boiling pot. I'm building a card house in here.
There he goes again. Buckethead is not.
Right, and now we're in this next area. These little things will show up all over the place because they're part of the puzzle, but you don't really need to know what they are because we know how the puzzle works. So we're going to go past the big organ, and we're going to grab the Enigma box and pull it towards us.
Looks like the machine is out of steam now.
Then we're going to go over the Enigma box and we're going to start moving the other one about. So you'll be happy to know I'm pretty sure there's only 2 more of these puzzles for moving the boxes around. Maybe only 1 actually. But there is a lot of puzzles like this that are repeated, and these ones are a bit annoying considering you have to keep pushing it around and it's so slow. But they're not as annoying as the puzzle in the next section, like the next area. So once you've pushed that onto the plate, pull this other one along and then push it through the part that just opened up. And just keep pushing it straight when you get it there. That's the one we want in place. Then we're going to push it up here, which triggers this to go down, but we're going to pull this other one across. So once you pull this one back, this was me cutting for a little bit because I was like, what is going on? So once you pull that out, it brings the platform back up. So then you can push it over it, and then we've only got a little bit left to do. So that red part on the bottom next to the wood, that's actually a piece you can stand on. I didn't realize that, so this part took me a couple minutes to figure out. So just pull the box all the way over to the wooden platform basically, and then push it up, and then pull it, and then push it up. So it doesn't really work this way because you get stuck. So push it down, pull it across, or push it across, either way, it doesn't really matter. I was getting a little bit confused here, my brain was melting at this point with all the puzzles. Yep, so do that, push it up, and then pull it, then push it. So pull, and then push. And then we have our little platform into getting the bottle opener. And another house. So pick up the bottle opener and knock on the door. Just like that. Incomprehensible gibberish. That's what I like in my games. So then we're going to go and pull this bottle top off, which allows us to turn those around. So just grab the bottle top. So you can't go this way, you need to go back down in between. So just down here and then through this area. Grab the bottle top and then turn these so that they're in position. And this is part 3 of a puzzle. So 3 parts to this puzzle. We want to basically step on key 1, key 3, and key 5, which triggers part of a bridge to come up. So we need to do this 3 times in order to get this bridge to pop up. So there's 3 different puzzles, all have a different color.
So that's how it works.
But then remember to knock on this door here, because there's a door right here on the bottom of this weird organ house. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the valve, and we're going to make sure it's on green. Or no, red, sorry. So make sure it's on red, and then go down, knock on the door just to make sure that you've knocked on it.
Let me tell you this. Music is magic.
And then for this one, we're going to step on key number 7, key number 4, and key number 1. Doesn't really matter which order you do that in, as long as it's 1, 4, and 7 in some order. That will be the next part of the bridge. No, it's not. That's the memory. Apologies. For some reason, I thought that was another part of the bridge. So make sure to pick up that memory. And then we're going to go down here. You don't actually need to do these parts of the puzzles. You can literally just hit the other keys to bring it up. But it's just in case, for some reason, it doesn't work. You'll have a little bit of these puzzles later on just for getting memories and stuff. But it's one of those puzzles where you need to pick out a path. But in this one, you don't actually need to do it properly. You just make sure that you've lit them all up, okay? Yeah, so all you need to do is basically light up the squares. So unlike other puzzles like this, you would need to go and do it all in a oneer. You don't actually need to do it on this, you just make sure every single one's lit up. So if you need to backtrack on yourself, just do it. It's a lot easier. So at this point I was like, oh yeah, let's just do it. The yellow thing's in the middle, so that will reset the entire grid. So if you can't be arsed going back on yourself like this, just press that button and then go from there and just make a path. So then just go back and get this done, just like this. Can't go up that, you need to step on this cube, and there we go. So the only reason you go up here is just to see the actual puzzle solution for the red one. So as you can see, the gear is in the way. So now you can see it, but you don't actually need to see this. So if you actually just press 2, 5, and 7, that will unlock the next part of the bridge. But you get the orbs, which you need to level up. So I would say do this so you get the level up and you don't have to play through the entire game again. So 2, 5, and 7, and then that should unlock the next part of the bridge. And then the last part of the bridge is going to be the green one. But in order to get this done, there is another place you need to go up and look. So you could just put in the code, but again, there is spiders up there, and you need the spiders to get the achievement, as well as the orbs they drop for another achievement. So make sure you follow along, change it to green, and then follow back this way, go up the left-hand side. Just dive past these things, and you'll have some spiders that spawn here. So just kill all these guys. Just like that. And then knock on the door, just so that's the other door. You're very close to getting all the spiders at this point. There's only one other section, I believe, that has spiders in it. And if you want to check that you'll have the achievement, I'll show you where to go. So knock on this door as well. And then put the cap on this. And this is how you see the puzzle combination for this. So it's 2, 3, and 6. Oh no, 3, 4, and 6. And there you go. After unlocking that, you'll get your second bonus health point. And then one more level to go, and that'll be the last achievement for your levels. There you go, 3, 4, and 6. And that will be the last part of the bridge. And then after this part, there is another one of those little light up puzzles, which will allow you to get another memory. So make sure you do that before you go into the next area.
Do you know how long I've waited here? Oh well, at least... Oh no! Next up, geometry square.
So just as before, just light them all up. If you want to go back on yourself, feel free. I just couldn't be bothered trying to figure out a path, so I just did it this way. Still works either way. There we go. And that is this memory. And then if you haven't given Buckethead a little kick already, just give him a kick and send him to the next area, which we're going to go over to now. And this is basically the last area before we get to the boss. This is where the last of the spiders will be, so fingers crossed. Keep everything on your body crossed so you can get this achievement. So you don't have to play through an entire 2 sections to try and figure out if you're going to unlock it or not.
Lots of webbing here. The nightmare must be close.
Yeah, the clock tower is just up the road.
So run up here and knock on the house.
Tread carefully, my friend.
And then we're going to turn this valve, which allows us to go across the pipe. And then do the same with this one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to spin this with our heavy attack. And we need to get to this other area quickly. So do this. Turn the valve to make sure the one up above will change and you can go across it. And then do the same with this one. And then go across the clock. Go across this, across the other clock. And then grab the gear here. And then new path unlocks, so you just go across this path and you're all good. So that's gear number 1 out of 3. So you need 3 gears to progress to the boss. One of the gears is next to the last of the spiders. So if you want to test that, you can go up to the left, but I'm going to show you how to get this other gear first.
So many straight lines.
So just pull all the boxes as you see here, and then you'll get the other gear.
And boring. Slip a cog, Dusty. Another gear for the collection.
Right, and then once we've grabbed that gear, all we need to do is go up here. Hey, that rhymed. And this is where the last of the spiders is going to be. But first, we're going to do this little puzzle. So I'm going to put on screen what it does, and then I'll explain. So similar to the other puzzle that we did. So every time it says Ja or J, touch the door with the big light that's illuminated. And if it says Na, you touch the door with no big light. And then every time you go through this, the lights will go off, and then a new light will appear on top. But you just want to make sure you're doing it the right way. And then as soon as that happens, you'll get a memory. And an achievement at the same time. And this is, like I said, this is the area where the spiders spawn. And that'll be the other achievement for Bug Squasher, or whatever it's called. So just follow along until all the lights are lit up.
Yeah.
Just like this.
Yeah.
So I got lucky here, I just kept tapping on the same door. Kind of similar to the last puzzle too. And there we go. So that's the memory there, and there's a specific achievement for this one. And there we go. Turning on the light. And I get my daily Gamepass quest. Very nice, even though it's only worth like 3 now. But yeah, pick up this, and this will allow you to fight these spiders. And this will be the last spiders that you fight. For the achievement anyway. So, keeping my fingers crossed right here that if you're following along with this, your ones will unlock. So there should be another set of spiders. Yep. So once these are killed, that'll be the achievement unlocked. There is also another theory that if you let the spiders die, air quotes, on their back, you don't get the achievement, which is a bit silly as well. But either way, they need to fix the achievement because it's not popping for some people. So just make sure they're all dead. And then hopefully, as soon as this one's dead, you get the achievement. Which I didn't, clearly. So I'll keep my fingers crossed for you guys, but I'm quite annoyed that I didn't get it. So we're going to put one of the metal plate things here. And we're going to go up. So we've got 2 plates, which we need. So as long as you've been following along, you should have 2 of these plates. And then this other memory here. Oh, very nice. And that will be the 3rd gear as well, which will allow us to get up to the boss room. And also the last door that we need to tap to get the achievement. So just go up to this area here, put in all the gears,
Finally here.
and then all we need to do is go up on this lift.
You said it.
There, all set.
And there we go.
Forklift arm 5000 deactivated. Delivery completed. Ah, there goes my last glass figurine. You brutes!
So yeah, go in here, get all the nice juicy goods that we go in before we go in here.
Time to go up, buddy.
You bet. We've got a spider to smash.
Let's smash that spider. Dirty spider. Yep, so as soon as we come up to this next area, the door that is to the left of the screen, that is the last one you tap on, and that's where you'll get the achievement. So this door right here.
Ah, that sure was a long way up, but here we are, the clock tower.
Our creepy friend must be up in the tower.
The spider has taken over the clock tower.
And there we go. Checking the gears. So then, short little puzzle area here, just before we fight our spider friend. So same as before, just light everything up. be fair, I could have done that in one go. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, so we go over here. And then we turn this dial. And then we go back. So this one needs none of them activated, so you need to make sure that they're all purple. And then go across this gear. And over here to grab this valve handle that we need. Then go right the way back across. You've probably saw the little hole that we need to put it in on the way back here. Which is right over here. Right here. There we go. So this is how we get across to this area. And then we're basically in the boss fight. So for the boss fight, you just want to make sure the spider slams down on the gears. Just kill the little spiders that spawn. And then that's easy peasy boss fight.
Yuck! Ugh, that nasty webbing is everywhere.
So we're almost at the boss fight. They do like to draw these areas out. So get on this. And then continue on, and here's the boss fight. So those 3 cogs that are at the side of the big cog, all you want to do is you make sure the spider slams down on those, and then that basically ends the boss fight. Easy peasy. And then that'll get you your next achievement, and then we head back to Cerebrum Land, or whatever the hell it's called.
Bursting into my nest without knocking? Have you no manners?
Bite me, 8 legs. Time to bug out.
After you, monsieur. 'Cause now I got you, trapped like a bug in my web, all tangled up in my cocoon. I suck you empty, you dangling dry and dead. While your flesh sleeps, we are crawling all over you.
And then once the spider's up here, all we need to do is run up, press the button, and squish the spider. Just like this.
Don't let the bedbugs bite, spider.
Oh, death, wrap me in thy warm light, and let my spirit wander the plains of eternity. All those moments will be stuck in time, like a fly in a web. Oh, life, beauty of impermanence, I bid you au revoir.
Whatever.
I do like the bosses in this game, they're very funny. So once you've done that, you'll get your achievement, you pick up the mask, And then, like before, you'll get transported to Cerebrum Land, or whatever it's called. But as we did before, we're going to go back into this area, because that will get you another achievement.
You're damn right. Just like in the old days, buddy. Now, let's get this mask back to the gate.
I hear you.
Yep, so like what I said, you'll get transported back to Cerebrum Land, as I'm calling it. Copyright Celestial, Cerebrum Land. Cerebrum City. Oh, Cerebrum Land's better. But we're going to go back up to where we were from, because this will give us another achievement.
Let's get the spider's mask to the gate so we can end. Nope.
And there we go. For basically revisiting both those areas. And for this one, you don't actually need to go any further in. We've collected every single memory and stuff we need to do in here. So go back into Cerebrum Land and get the mask back into the teleporter thing. And then we're good to go.
Spider's mask to the gate so we can end this.
Another foe falls before our fight.
Yeah, Mayor. This time, a big, fat spider.
Now use the mask before it's too late.
All right, Mayor. I'll send it through the gate. Ah, now look what you made me do. Ugh.
Bon voyage!
It works! The gate is stable.
Leap inside and you will find the pathway to the conscious mind.
All right, let's see what's on the other side.
Lead on, buddy!
I never want to play Spin the Bottle again. Where the hell did we end up?
Not really sure. As a nestling,
Right, so now we're into the last stretch of the game. So just follow along as I'm doing here. This part's pretty easy. You just need to evade the dark wave things that come in, because they are actually really deadly in this. Even if you dodge, you're going to get hit. This is why I hate this part of the game, because there's a lot of little pushy puzzles you need to do with these weird little like shell things that you can only position by knocking their eye a different way. But yeah, just follow through this part, and then if there's any difficult parts, I'll jump in.
And dance. Let the tide of depression roll over you.
Watch the waves. That guy is such a killjoy.
Can't blame him. Everyone has something to lose.
More waves of despair. Watch out, Dusty.
Ouch!
Hey, look! A house!
The place seems...
There is also an enemy achievement in this level as well, so when you get to this flower you want to make sure you put the water on it, which was the ice that was in your inventory at the very start of the game, which is kind of funny. I like that they put that in as a little thing from the start of the game. They usually do that with sort of point and click adventures where you have one random item that works later on in the game. But you'll get a memory from that, and then that should be the last of your memories. So that's all the memory achievements done, which is great. So Water Boy for getting that one, and then yeah, you'll get the one for completing them all. And like I said, there is an enemy fighting achievement in this one. It's for killing all the tentacles. Thankfully this one doesn't seem to be bugged. The only bugged one is the spider one. So just kill all the tentacles that you see, and then you should be fine and good to go. This is the part that did my head in, so literally just follow along. I'm not going to talk during this part. Just make sure you position the eye where it should be, and then move it when you can. It'll cut through the dark waves, but you need to make sure you're behind it so you don't get hurt.
Look! The despair can't move through the shell!
Right, now we're past that abysmal puzzle, let's carry on. So you will be unhappy to know that there's actually a couple more of those puzzles later on. They are horrible, I hate those puzzles, and when I was doing those I wanted to throw the controller, but yeah, as long as you just follow along with the guide, you'll see where I position them and it's a lot easier. But when you're doing it yourself, oh my god. But we're going to go up here and grab the battery, and then we're going to come back down the way, if you can not get stuck underneath the books. Like I said, rolling is good, but it doesn't seem very fast and it gets you stuck places. So pop the blue battery in here. There'll be some more tentacles and spiders. You don't need to kill the spiders. I killed them, but it doesn't really do anything. Just make sure you kill the tentacles because we need them to die for the next achievement, like I said. Yeah, pick up all the orbs. And since I didn't get the achievement, I was just killing them just to check, but it doesn't do anything because they don't count. Yeah, clear those and then continue on the path that we just opened. Alright, and after we've just done the first one, here's an even harder one. So just follow along with what I'm doing and then you'll be able to get past this section. This one's a little bit harder, but there is an even harder one coming up. But like I said, just follow along my footsteps and you guys will be able to get past this section, no trouble. Only thing is just make sure you're evading the dark wave things that are here and make sure you're either behind this thing or away from it when it comes down.
My friends, slave to the man, trying to stop the inevitable oncoming of fear.
We beat the snot out of the other nightmares. You're next.
Ha! 3 second-rate phobias, mere fabrications of a much deeper trauma. I am the true meaning of fear. Look at this place. The trauma's already taking root. You're already too late, friend.
The bloated bellyache ran again. Will this ever end?
Right, and surprise, surprise, here's another one of these puzzles coming up. I feel like they thought they found a really good idea here and just kept running with it. But same as before, just follow on with what I'm doing and you'll be able to get past this part really easily. So not too much explanation needs to go into these next parts because they're pretty straightforward. You've got all the memories already. You've got really everything you need to. This is just more of a puzzle section before you fight the final boss. So just make sure you avoid all the waves and kind of run over the books. If you need to get out of the way, just go to one of the safe areas and then wait, just like this. And then just follow along, pick up all the batteries and stuff. I probably won't be talking very much in this part because, like I said, it's pretty straightforward. Just follow on with what you see. And I will be back when something needs explaining.
I'm not giving that away. It's a synapse battery, but it's empty.
What's this thingy-majig?
Looks like some sort of synapse charger. The battery got charged.
Power to the purple! Book. Step on it! Actually, this pathway place rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, the things around here are the freshest thoughts, and the mind sure has slowed down. Let's see where it leads us. We've got a nightmare to end.
I think we're catching up to the sobbing chicken, but I really don't know what to expect of this place.
Yeah, but keep your eyes peeled for the nightmare. What's this contraption?
Way to remember, Dusty!
These mongrels are here as well?
Take a page from my book, friends. Life's an obstacle course. A race you cannot win.
He flew away! After him, Dusty!
The road seems to end here. We'll have to go by the book. Prepare for takeoff. Hope you have your ride booked.
Keep your eyes on the road, Dusty! The thief littered his hopelessness everywhere!
We'll find a way to open it.
Right, that's me back. So, like I said, there's not a lot that needs explaining in this part, but I'll jump in here or there just to kind of advise, because sometimes looking at the screen is a little bit weird. So what we're going to do is we turn this dial to light up these little lights. So the point where it's actually lit up is where we're going to go. So what we do is we rotate it so the right one is lit up, and then we step on this button and it shows a little path. So you need to make sure you memorize this path because it goes away, and then you just go over here and just like that go and do what you need to do, and then do the same for the other part. So just kind of watch where the light lights up when I'm doing this part of the video, and you'll be fine. So like I said, I'll jump in when explanation is done, but at this point just follow along with the video and you'll be totally fine.
Signposts and debris everywhere. Are those really the freshest thoughts?
Yeah. I'm dreading what they could mean. Whew, finally. There we go.
Get back on the book! Oh no! We're heading for despair! Whew. That was close!
Yeah, all this despair is starting to get on my nerves.
So after this part right here, you should get the Lovecraftian Shenanigans achievement, because this will be the last of the tentacles. So hopefully this one didn't bug out for you, but the spider one definitely did for me. And once you've got everything, if I'd picked up that last orb, I probably would have got the achievement for getting the maximum level, but there's still another couple bits where you can get more of the orbs. So if you still haven't got the achievement for getting your max amount of life, don't worry. If you've missed a couple orbs like I have, you're totally fine. Don't worry about it, you will get it. So then what we're going to do is make sure we rotate the light over here. If you don't wait, the actual bridge won't form. So you need to make sure you grab the battery, which is this one here. And then this will allow you to come over here and grab the valve right here, which is what we need to get past this area. So grab the battery, go back the way we came, rotate this so the light points in the opposite direction, and wait for it to build the bridge. And put the battery back in so the pins turn the other way, and then use the valve. So with this one, like I've said, a lot of the time you hold it. With this one, just tap it once, because it'll pull it all the way in. I had a lot of trouble doing this where I was waiting, I kept pressing it and it kept pulling the page in and then pushing the page out. So just hold it and it'll do what it did there and you'll be fine. And then come up here, grab the disc, go back down and pop the disc in the bit where you can obviously see the disc. Same with the battery, put the battery back in. And then, like I said before, they really like this mechanic. So here's another one. So watch along and just kind of follow my footsteps, and you'll get past it very, very, very easily. Can you tell I really didn't like these parts of the levels?
There's our book!
Ugh, these memory contraptions are everywhere. The mind doesn't really connect the dots up here.
Cheer up. There must be a purple battery around here.
really getting sick of chasing that guy around.
Don't you know? In this place, you don't chase the fear chases you!
Look out! Dusty! Great! Let's find a place to charge this thing!
Yeah. I'm getting too old for this stuff, Piper.
Don't talk! Just keep moving!
Your struggle is pointless, friend! Everything is!
Ooh, made it. When I get my hands on that bastard.
He flew away. I'm starting to share your feeling.
Damn, more spiders.
And once you do this part, you should get the last orbs that you need. There is still other areas ahead that you can get the orbs to get the last achievement, which is called Figment of Steel, but you should be totally fine. So if you haven't got it by this point, there's still a little bit further on where you can get more orbs. So just, like I said, if you haven't been picking up every single orb in the game, you might still be able to get it, but it's going to be a pain if you have missed some of them.
I think we're very close to the conscious mind now. Do you have the book under control?
I hope. It's just really hard to get it to.
Right, we're almost there, guys. Almost there. So we've had a lot of those puzzles with knocking the things from side to side. You really like those puzzles, don't you? Well, the developers thought that we needed another one before the main boss. So before we get to the main final boss dude, here's another one. But at this part, I actually just stood here for a few seconds and listened to him singing, because he's actually got like a banger tune. So just listen to what he has to say. If you want to, skip ahead a few seconds, because I just stand here and listen to him for a little bit. And then just follow along my footsteps like you've done previously, and you'll get to the end of this level.
missions are just getting started. Throw up your hands in sadness and lose yourself in the madness. Dance!
You got him!
But he escaped. Big surprise.
Come on, big guy. You were born for this. And look, we can still get him!
Right, so now we're coming up to sort of like a prerequisite boss fight. Almost the boss fight, but we're almost there, guys. Almost to the end of the game. So keep plowing on and we'll get there eventually. So this is basically just a little showcase before the actual boss. So the button that appears in the middle will stop these platforms on the right hand side. So you want to stop them when they're in position to grab the battery and put the battery in. So not like this. Do not be a fool and do it this way. Get off of the platform. Wait for it to turn around, wait for the battery to come back up. And then the button, come back up. And then wait until it's on position for both of the islands. And then do it. Grab the battery, quickly run over and grab it. I think I was just losing myself in this guy's voice. He's such a good singer. So yeah, just wait for it to come back around. I was hoping I could just do it in one go, but apparently you can't. So for some reason my guy got stuck here. Like I said, a few janky things in this game. And then that unleashes this path. And then we're almost there, almost to the finish line. And then almost to our 1000 G, or in my case, 985. So same sort of thing, just on a bigger scale. But this time he's going to be firing dark wave things at you. So just make sure you avoid all that and follow along with how I'm doing it here. So here we go. Yeah, the music in this game is amazing. So you need to keep avoiding these and touch the battery when you can. So you want to make sure you go to the left first. Grab the battery. And then similar to the other one, you want to make sure it stops on the right hand side so you can put the battery in. It does take a little while on this part because it just keeps throwing darkness, so you have to avoid it. But it's pretty easy as long as you're rolling. This was by far my favorite part of the game, just listening to his music and stuff. But we're going to make sure that we go down the way, put the battery here. And then we're going to do the same for the green battery. So you want to make sure to press that button so it pushes the path onto the opposite side. And then just grab the button when you can, like that. Just manage to get it. So then we're going to roll onto this area, grab the green battery, and then roll back to the same area we were at. So make sure you put the platform in the middle. And then that'll be the green battery there as well. This will take a little while because he spits so much stuff at you here. When a boss fight has music this great though, like, you can't complain. Like, this is amazing. Like, actually amazing. Kind of reminds me of Metal Gear Rising a bit. Yep, so put the green battery in. And then we're all good. So that'll produce the other path we need to go to. So we're going to go on the right hand side again. So I'll just run about a little bit more. Just like this. Wait for the button to come up. I'm not sure if all three of them hitting you at once would kill you because they only do one a tick, but just to make sure, just wait until the button comes up and then run over here. And he will run away like the coward he is. And like I said, there is some orbs left to collect. So there's these, and then I believe there's some more just at the end of the game. Not 100% sure, but if these are the last ones, then I guess this is your last chance to get the last power up. So just grab them all if you haven't already. And then we're getting ahead to the last part of the boss fight. So for this part here, just avoid the waves that you can avoid. And then you're going to get stuck in a situation where you can't actually get out, which is actually one of the coolest parts of the game. Yeah, so it only does 2 ticks, which isn't too bad. But very cool part of the game.
The walls are closing in! What do we do?
It seems this is it, Piper. Might as well.
Okay, I've had enough of this sad tune. We get it. Everything dissolves in time, but things still count while we're alive. Let's face our fears, live till we die, so we can go out with a smile. Let's make this count while we're alive.
But
The walls, they disappeared. I didn't know you could sing, Piper.
Well, you were losing it, buddy. I had to do something.
All right, I'll try to keep my head on from now on. I wouldn't want this to turn into a musical.
I think the nightmare's starting to crack up. Let's go get him.
I think you're right. Let's make this count.
you're wrong! Sadness must swallow everything!
So we're at the very end of the game now. This is the final boss, and then once you get the achievement for beating him, there will be one final achievement at the end of the game for just kind of picking up the phone. But all we need to do is just avoid these little purple things he throws and then the things that they spit out. And once he starts jumping around, he spawns these void zones that suck you in. And as soon as you see them, that's once he starts spinning. And as soon as he starts spinning, just make sure you're beside one of them, he'll get spun around and then you can attack him. That's the only thing you can attack him in this fight. So once he does this, after the third one he'll start spinning around. Just make sure you're next to one of the void zones. Don't do that. Otherwise, you don't get a chance to hit him. Here we go, second attempt. So, third time. There we go, he's going to start spinning. Just move next to one of these. And there you go, he gets all confused, and then you just start hitting him. You can actually charge up your sword and do more damage to him. I think you could probably 2-cycle this, but otherwise he just takes 3 times. Once the third time's done, that's him dead, and that's the fight over. There we go. Boss is defeated. He does the coward's way out and pretends to throw the book overboard if you're gonna kill him. So yep, run up the cassette and then finish him off.
Yeah. Seems to reach the end game. Come put an end to me if you must. But your precious book will also fall into oblivion. And your quest will have been in vain. Eventually, I always win.
You don't win. All that book holds is faded pictures from the past. I'm the mind's courage. I don't need it anymore. Sleep tight, Nightmare.
And there we go. These are the last orbs in the game, guys. So if you haven't got the final Figment of Steel or whatever it's called by this point, you're going to have to run through the entire game again, unfortunately. But hopefully you've kind of followed along this guide and you've got all the orbs that you need to. And this next achievement, this is the second to last achievement, Overcoming Fear. The last achievement is just kind of running through this area here, picking up the phone, and then that's the game over and you'll get your final achievement. And hopefully 1000 G, and you didn't get the bugged achievement like I did. But I will see you guys at the end of the video. If you're not going to watch to that point, I will say farewell to you now. Hopefully you enjoyed the guide. If you did, leave a like, share the video, join the Discord so you can discuss kind of like achievements and fun things like that. Also, I'm pretty sure I said this in my last video, but let me know down below what is your guys' favourite achievement that you've ever unlocked.
That's what we're looking for. What are you gonna do?
Sometimes, to get back on track, all you need is a wake-up call.
Think it will work?
I think it will. Hey you! Mind! It is time to wake up and face your fears. Everyone feels doubt when confronted with the unknown. It's so easy to get overwhelmed by distress and adversity. But hiding away doesn't solve anything.
And there we go, that is the game completed. So if you left earlier on, you obviously won't hear this, but if you stuck along for the rest of the video and finished it with me, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully this guide has been very helpful. Hopefully you got all 1000 gamer score and you didn't get cucked out of it like I did. So hopefully the guide's been helpful. Leave a like, share the video, tell your friends, tell your grandma, whoever plays these games. Amazing game. I'll be doing Figment 2 as well because I really like this game. And I will see you guys in the next achievement video. I potentially might be doing a stream on YouTube soon where I give away one of the easier achievement games that have been gifted by the developers. So if you want some easy gamer score, follow the channel anyway because I'll be sharing some giveaways and stuff. So hopefully you have had a great time watching this guide. I haven't droned on too much during the video, and I will see you guys in the next achievement video. Bye bye!